So, I want to start this week off with a big rest in peace to Randall Poffo, aka the Macho Man Randy Savage. Big tragedy, big hit to the wrestling world. Sucks majorly. I actually, when I was younger, got a big high five from Macho Man Randy Savage. My ex-uncle used to work at a news station, and he was able to get me and my dad tickets all the time to wrestling events when I was a little kid. I remember one time we were next to the barricades, you know, down like the aisle they walked down, and I held my hand out and got like a huge high five from him, stung my hand and everything. I remember that shit. It was during his era of being a good guy. It was still during the time of his feud with Hulk Hogan, but you know, he had like a bunch of feuds with Hulk Hogan and everybody still loved him and everything like that. It was just like the whole Ultimate Warrior and Hulk Hogan thing, like two heroes clashing against each other, just like Macho Man Randy Savage and Hulk Hogan, two heroes clashing against each other. It's just a really sad thing to hear about. It wasn't from an overdose like a lot of the other past wrestlers who have passed away. That I was actually kind of happy to hear about. This is what I'm hearing anyway. This is what they've said on the news and on TMZ.com and TMZ's television show. It was a horrible accident. He had a heart attack in his Jeep and drove off the side of the road and slammed into a tree. So hopefully he's up there right now eating as many Slim Jims as he wants. Step into a Slim Jim. Oh yeah! So did anybody notice? The end of the world didn't happen. Or maybe it did and this is really hell. The whole rapture thing. If you're one of those people out there that thought that the world was going to end, that the rapture was going to happen, your parents probably should have dunked you underwater a lot till, I don't know, maybe you died. Really? Come on. I mean, we already know for a fact that the world was not going to end the other day. It's not supposed to end until next year. Get your facts straight, people. 2012, not 2011. Durka durka. There's a lot of people out there that are slightly... that take that shit to heart for some stupid reason. Automatically hear through the grapevine, a friend told a friend of another friend, so on and so on, that Dolly Parton's going to have a breast reduction and it's going to throw off the spherical mass of the world and it's going to go out of spinning orbit and we're going to eventually go in the sun, all because she decided that her boobs were too big. Just like that. Somebody's going to watch this video in maybe a month. The newspaper is going to be talking about, oh, the end of the world's here again. We're going to get thrown to the sun because Dolly Parton decided she needs her tits smaller. Stop buying into this stupid bullshit. It's just retarded. It's some religious nut that thinks God spoke to him in a bowl of fucking alphabets and told him the day the world was going to end. Do they even make alphabet cereal anymore? So anyway, with all that said, here's the weekly question. It's different this week. It's actually been flipped around. Instead of me asking JD the weekly question, he got a chance to ask me a weekly question. This was my thoughts.
Oh. Are you disappointed at all to the rapture? Whether it happened or not.
Whether it happened, obviously it didn't happen. Well, I mean, that we know of. Maybe we really were left behind. I'm disappointed, but I'm not. I'm glad it didn't happen because I got like a family now and everything like that, and that would suck. And I got friends, that would suck. And I'm disappointed because we're still stuck with retarded people, like the people who start these rumors and shit. We heard earlier today. Shut up! It's ruining my video. I heard earlier today that like the guy who started it so he can make money off people, like saying that, what was it she said?
$80,000.
$80,000 off people saying that he would watch their pets. I don't know which is more retarded, the fact that the guy did that or the fact that he actually made $80,000 off retarded people.
If you could pick one person to go, whether they were believing in Jesus or not, who would it be?
Martha Stewart.
Why?
Because she's fucking scary, man. First they give her like a baking show, and then they give her like fucking actual drills and tools on that show. That bitch is nuts. I mean, she was making doilies and shit in prison to cover up her shank. Guess where she was putting her shank? That's what the doily was for. It's cotton fresh to felt it up. Crazy, right? I know, Martha Stewart. I can't stand her. But wait, there's more. I flip-flopped his flip-flop. That's right. I asked him a weekly question. after he asked me a weekly question. But I cheated and asked him the same things he asked me.
Same question.
Oh, you're a dick.
I know. That's not the answer, is it? Were you disappointed that the rapture never happened?
Maybe it happened, and the world's just so evil, nobody got taken. That's pretty much it. I have no belief in it, so if it happens, I'll probably find out the hard way when, like, a small population of the world disappears, mainly the kids. What I know about the rapture, I learned from a book called, or a series of books called Left Behind.
Isn't that the Kirk Cameron books?
Yep.
Are you fucking kidding me? You learn from the growing pains, kid? Okay, well, who would you want to be taken away?
I guess the people that really deserve it. That way they can't go, ha, told you so.
Whoever deserved it, that's just... Come on. I at least... Huh?
Your chin.
Shut up.
This week's CD review, I'm actually excited to do. It's on Side Effects / the AdDix. The reason why I say that is Side Effects, which was Big Mike and Rocksteady, my two friends, recently changed their name to the AdDix. So far, they're going towards a new direction, a new, better direction. They've gotten a lot of big names on this shit, and they've introduced a third MC. I showed them in my Dinos and 3 Wise Rappers video, Gnarly Sheen. The CD review I'm doing this week is when they're still Side Effects, and there's still just 2 of them. It was for their self-titled CD, Side Effects. It's got awesome songs, Groove Armada, which is playing in the background right now. It's got Mac Lethal on that track. I did a review about Mac Lethal last week. Another awesome song, Mirror Mirror, featuring Wordplay from Blessed Nation. Rocksteady does a solo track on there called My Bluebird. Like a Boss with George Zalea. I think actually on the whole CD, my favorite song is Lonely Day. So far, they're making a big following here in Wichita. I see them definitely spreading nationwide, maybe even worldwide, within the next, really, to me, I think, year or so. So hit them up on their Facebook page, facebook.com/theAdDix. It's 2 Ds, ADDIX.
The street is my world. I don't pretend to go uptown and be anything fancy. I can, but I find more real in the world that I'm in. And the real world is the one I have to deal with every day.
Words came out of my mouth, I didn't say things that you think I did, it wasn't me. Half of me does stuff the other don't see, and life is a nightmare, I want a dream. No more Mr. Nice Guy, he's gone. Mr. Right, left, I'm Mr. Wrong. This thing that's been inside for so long, and y'all think this is just a song. If I stay quiet and silent and listen, I can hear a voice so violent with tension. It's angry and pissed like a newborn baby. It growls like a hound of hell that's got rabies. And he may be the devil on my shoulder, or I'm just crazy, a little bipolar, whispering things in my ears and secrets. And I don't do bad things, I think it. There's a part of me that's just evil. I'm more full of hate and pain than most people. I give anything to get this out of me, demon or split personality. Start to question my mental health, like should I kill everyone else or myself? So full of hate lately, I've been feeling that maybe I'm not the hero, I'm the villain. Words came out of my mouth, I didn't say things that you think I did, it wasn't me. Half of me does stuff the other don't see, and life is a nightmare, I want a dream. No more Mr. Nice Guy, he's gone. Mr. Right, left, I'm Mr. Wrong. This thing that's been inside for so long, and y'all think this is just a song. Behind this mask is the pain, I'm the enemy. Beast calling out, yo, it's hidden down inside of me. The face I put on to hide true identity, slowly melts away, bring a truth to insanity. The demon that I've out of control is absolutely. I pray every day that someone just shoots me. So it's numb to the agony it brings. Used to hear angels, now the devil when he sings. I'm being punished for my sins, supposed to live a hard life. Hearing voices in my head, visions of a bloody knife. Homeless purgatory, caught between 2 planes. A battle for my soul, it's a flames, an angel wings. I'ma know the demon is not alone. Crying out for help, all they get is a dial tone. No God, why have you forsaken me? Overcome my evil, the demon, I was thinking me. Words came out of my mouth, I didn't say things that you think I did, it wasn't me.
Any of y'all seen Scott Pilgrim vs. the World yet? I just watched it for the first time the other night. Just sad because I've actually owned it for quite a while, and I just got around to watching it. It's about this kid Scott who's in a rock band and also dating a younger Asian chick. Now, his members in the rock band are picking on him a little bit at the beginning about the fact that he's dating a high school chick when he's like 22 years old, right? He ends up meeting and falling for this girl with colored hair. Doesn't bother telling the little Asian chick about it until like a little bit later, and is like hardcore trying to get with the colored hair chick. The problem with that is, she says if he wants to date her, he has to get through her 7 evil exes. So he starts battling each ex, and the whole movie is done all comic book and video game style. It's so fucking cool the way the director just like envisioned this movie, like from whenever they start fighting, it's got the little versus thing in between them, like Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat or any other fighting game. He's all just like, and wah! Ooh, coin. He starts making his way through the X's, and each time he does that, he starts to gain like a little bit of respect for himself, a little bit of love from the new colored hair chick, but at the same time, he's got the crazy like little Asian girl stalker now, who has like vowed vengeance and shit. He ends up getting all the way like done with X 5 and 6, who are actually twins, so they count as 5 and 6, I guess. Gets almost to the last X when he finds out that her last ex is actually this major record label guy that they've been trying to get in contact with to get signed onto a label. Colored hair girl ends up going back to that ex, but it turns out it's only because she's got a chip on the back of her neck. I know. As if the movie wasn't already weird enough, there's fucking sci-fi chip brain implant type stuff, right? Scott finds this out because he ends up getting killed while battling the 7th ex, and she shows up in a dream and tells him, like, he always has a way of getting in my mind. And he's like, well, what the fuck, blah, blah, blah. She's like, no, really? And she turns around, shows him the chip, blah, blah, blah. Then Scott comes back to life because earlier on in the movie, he did something so righteous that he ends up getting an extra man. So he remembers he can use that and uses that extra man. So when he comes back and takes on the Gideon guy again, he's almost about to beat him and everything like that. And his crazy ex-stalker chick now like shows up and tries killing his now colored-haired girlfriend, who is mind-controlled by Gideon, in which he's trying to take out. Man, it was a crazy movie. Then they start realizing that like Gideon's about to basically take Scott the fuck out. So they both all team up, help Scott defeat Gideon, and basically turn him into a giant bag of coins. Not literally in a bag, but I mean, if they had a bag, it'd be a lot easier to take the coins. Just saying, should have brought a bag. So there you have it, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. Watch it. My friend Dylan and his cousin Eli, they're starting their own little production company on YouTube called dropknifestudis. You should look that shit up on YouTube and definitely favorite it, like it, and watch it. Subscribe, motherfuckers. Just do it. So, I subscribed to this a long time ago, and they posted this specific video a while back, and I just now got around to watching it. I'm sorry that I just now watched it. I did just watch this video, and awesome, awesome video. They do their own special effects. They're not like, you know, it's not DreamWorks or anything like that, but for being like a YouTube video out of your house and everything like that, really good. Their stories and plots and stuff actually blow me away. So dropknifestudis, look them up on YouTube, check them out, subscribe, like, watch, favorite even, if you will, which you should, and I'm telling you, you will. I'm willing to bet money on it, even. I'm not a gambler, but just fucking do it. dropknifestudis. I'll find you if you don't like it.